You ready for the Game Expo?
Yep.
I'm heading to the Game Expo this weekend as both a content creator and a tabling artist. I did attend TGX last year as a creator, and it was in my top 3 conventions that I attended all year, and I'm someone who has been attending like geeky conventions most of my life. They kind of feel like home. And yeah, it was in my top 3 when I attended as a creator, and it was my first time attending. But this year I also have a table in the artist zone. So I am tabling. I'm going to be doing all the things. You know, my partner and my family will be helping out basically. And yeah, so come along to see how all that goes.
I should have got a burger. These are tiny. Fucking tiny.
You ready for the Game Expo?
Yep.
Why is it serious?
Something of them. That's what's left.
I'll get Donnie. I'll get Donnie. I'll get Donnie. I can get
so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who planned it.
Everyone take extra toys!
No, stop. I'm not by Han.
Oh, you're not by Han. My apologies. Didn't show up to announce, so I just assumed.
I am Gimbal in the way. All men say where the ball goes, and the moan rocks out there. Beware the Jabberwock, my daughter. The jaws that bite.
You see a colourfully pressed tiefling. Something seems to be ailing her.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting anyone to find me up here. I'm working on a song for a new friend, an adventurer who helped me greatly today.
Named Tav.
No, Dirge.
Ah.
I'm going to ask to join them.
No, we don't have the rights to any of these.
What about something new? Something not from Baldur's Gate?
What of this new song?
A tribute of sorts. We tieflings have been dealt a short hand, taken from Elturel and forced to live in a grove of druids who only know kindness when their leader is there to make them. We're about to walk through curses and darkness for even a glimpse of a new life in the city. If I sing for us, maybe Dirge will have to accept me into their group.
Well, all you can do is sing.
Don't you worry about the pain. It's a sweet escape from what's inside your heart. And you will go to that good night, singing songs we've left behind, saying let us not forget about the time. And when you go away, we'll carry you inside. If you can promise to reprise with all that's in your heart, sing it, cry it from the start. We will all go on ahead with this in mind.
From there, it is simply a roll of the dice.
A moment of privacy. I need to go and pray to my god.
Hey traveler, it's Jester, your favorite cleric. I just wanted to give you an update because holy moly traveler, since leaving home it has been wild.
17 feet are at the main stage now.
Stuck on my nail. Next, we're going to go in with this palette called Cam Makes Petite Pretty Eye Palette Tokyo in MO1. We're going to go in with this shade here. It's called A because I can't find my actual brow products. It's my darkest brown.
It's makeup hour with blue.
Best weekend as a tabling artist. We'll talk more about it when I'm slightly less exhausted because I just got home. But yeah, it was largely because of how many friends I had at this event that were really supportive, and a bunch of my friends bought stuff from me. So I appreciate you all so much. And it was just a good weekend as well in general. Good vibes, and I got to see a bunch of my friends. As I said, this was a gaming convention, and I have a lot of friends in the gaming content creator space, so definitely contributed all around. But yeah, we'll talk more about it when I don't feel like I could immediately fall asleep, and am less sweaty after spending most of the day in a onesie. So TGX was a really good weekend, not only because it was just a lot of fun and I got to spend time with a lot of friends, but also it was my best experience as a tabling artist for multiple reasons, including I sold more than I have at any other event. And as I kind of mentioned, part of that was how many friends came up and bought things from me. Like, I appreciate you all so much. You were all so supportive. But I also had some really good chats just with, general attendees, and it was a really good vibes convention overall. Like, I don't think I had a single negative interaction with like any general attendee over the entire weekend. So it was just good vibes, which not all conventions in Melbourne are. It's also was so much bigger than it was last year. So I attended as a creator last year, and was a creator again this year, which meant I had access to the VIP lounge, and from there you can kind of see out across the entire convention floor. And so from up there, it was very obvious how much bigger it was this year, how much more people were around, how much more stuff there was in general. So it's kind of really cool to see how the convention's growing every year, especially kind of knowing some of the people involved in various parts of the convention. And all the work that's been going into it. Yeah, so the convention itself was a lot of fun. A lot of my friends were there because I have a lot of friends in like the gaming content creation space. So I got to chat and hang out with a lot of people. A lot of people came by my table to say hi and chat. And I was also running around catching up with people and trying to film little bits of content here and there, as well as obviously managing my table. So it was a lot. Thank you to my partner and my sibling and my sibling's fiance, who were all kind of helping manage the table, so I was able to do all the things. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The artist zone was bigger than it was last year. There were more artists, a lot of amazing art to go look through. There were also a bunch of indie games. I went and talked to some of the indie devs. There was Just Dance. There was obviously the VIP Creator Lounge that I was able to go into. The cosplay was a big highlight. I went and saw all the cosplay contests on the Saturday. I always love seeing what cosplayers are able to put together, like the talent, and some of these also had like performances that went along with them and like skits, so it was a lot of fun. And I know there were also like tournaments and things happening, but obviously since I had to manage my table, I was very limited in what I actually saw over the weekend. But another highlight for me was the ANZ Creators Meet on the Saturday morning. I always love going to those creator meets, one because at this point I know so many people in the space and I have so many friends in the space that it's always just a good chance to yap. I love having a good yap with the right people, but it's also really cool to see how that group has been growing as well. You know, if you're a content creator in Australia or New Zealand, you should look into that. There's a, you know, Discord where people share ideas and advice and events that are coming up and lots of cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, so the convention itself, a lot of fun, a lot of good things to see. Obviously, you also had your general exhibitors. Yeah, it's one of my favorite conventions. One of my favorite conventions that there is in Melbourne, and as I said, it's just getting bigger every year, and so it's really cool to see all of that. So if you like conventions, gaming, cosplay, art, you know, all those types of things, and you haven't checked out TGX, maybe you should. But yeah, in terms of my experience like as a tabling artist, as I said, this was my best weekend. Like, I completely covered all my expenses on Saturday, including my main expenses of obviously being like table and travel, because, you know, tolls and parking in the city and all that type of stuff. And then on Sunday, Sundays are always like slower, and I definitely sold less on the Sunday, but not by a huge margin, I still sold quite a bit on Sunday. And as I said, it was just good vibes. Like, obviously I had a lot of friends come by, but as I said, a lot of just general attendees came up to my table and I had a chat to a lot of people, you know, about their cosplays and fandom stuff, and it was just good vibes. I also knew some of the artists in the artist zone and, you know, had a chat to some other people I didn't know as well, and yeah, just my heart was so full by the end, especially, as I said, like, I just love spending time with friends, and I was particularly feeling kind of sappy because of how supportive so many of my friends were being. But also, one of my friends came up to our table and surprised us with this portrait, this like hand-painted portrait of Ginger Snaps. And I guess that's the kind of bittersweet, kind of sad thing about this vlog. This is the first vlog that's going to be going up where there is no Ginger Snaps, because about a month ago we did have to say goodbye to her. And, you know, I feel like crying right now. Yeah, a month later I'm still not coping well because she had been with me for over 15 years, like my entire adult life and then some. So it's been really difficult, but this portrait, and like, I just, as I said, heartful, so appreciative that a friend came up and surprised us with this beautiful painting. And yeah, Nathan particularly got kind of emotional seeing that. And yeah, it's a sad thing of, I'm so used to having Ginger Snaps has been in like majority of the vlogs I've ever posted, especially because she had a habit of like meowing and headbutting me as soon as I started talking to a camera. It's like she knew and she wanted to be the star. Yeah, so that's a little sad. Obviously you won't be seeing her around, but yeah, it was just really some really sweet things like that. I actually didn't buy anything over the weekend, so my only really haul, like I didn't even buy lunch, I took my lunches. The only thing I bought over the weekend was dinners. My only really haul was like this painting, the stickers from the stamp rallies I was involved in, because I was involved in 5 stamp rallies, and then the same friend who did this painting also had some like ceramic cats that I think she'd taken to like a trinket trade or something, so I also have one of those somewhere. So that's pretty much all I have in terms of my haul. This is from last year. I bought Bitbot last year. But anyway, yeah. I'm a little all over the place because, as I said, I've been feeling not great the past month, and also I'm heading off to work soon for like parent-teacher student interviews. So I'm stressed because I'm not feeling great mentally or physically because I've been unwell for like a month as well, and so I'm not looking forward to having to sit there and talk for over 7 hours and to be there until like 7 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, it was a really good experience tabling. I sold a lot of crochet. In fact, by the end of the weekend, I only had 3 things left. The only crochet items I had left at the end of the weekend, I think, were 2 dinosaurs and 1 penguin. Everything else sold. I sold a lot of Jeff the Land Shark. I had keychains and stickers, sold a lot of those. Sold out of Cult of the Lamb stickers. Oh, I only have 1 sticker book left, I think. I think I sold all the rest of those. So yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a successful weekend. Big fan of TGX. And the next event I'll be tabling at is Metro Comic Con, which is around more like mid-year, also in Melbourne. But we are actually heading to Japan in like a week and a half. I'm gonna be gone for a couple weeks. But again, then yeah, Metro Comic Con is the next event I'll be tabling at. I'll be attending PAX as always. And I'm also looking into attending AvCon, which is in Adelaide, because I attended that for the first time last year and loved that. Also in my top 3 conventions of the year of last year. So this probably was not very cohesive. I think I was just rambling quickly. I edited all my clips together on the weekend and I just needed my closing out clip. So here you go. Yeah. If you went to the Game Expo, I'd love to know what your favorite thing was. Otherwise, I'm just gonna close out here and I'll leave you with a little bit of a photo gallery. I didn't take many photos over the weekend because I was tabling, but I was in cosplay all weekend. I did catch up with a bunch of friends and I only got photos with a handful of them. This is definitely not representative of how many people I actually spoke to and hung out with on the weekend. But yeah, I'll leave you with some photos. Otherwise, TTFN and Stasi out.